Do you consider the idea of keeping pets and animals as some form of animal cruelty?
I don't think it is unless you take like a animal that is free
All right.
and then you cage it up, then it's wrong. But I mean, puppies and cats and dogs, I think you give them a better life than if they're stray. But if you take like a tiger or a lion and keep it in your house, that's quite stupid, I think. So,
But people do though.
I mean, most of them are.
It's kind of weird to you too.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything too mean, but I wouldn't
see.
do it.
I see.
I wouldn't do it.
What about you?
No idea.
No,
No idea.
not at all.
Oh, that-
Wow. Don't you see that a lot of people these days, they're kind of very busy with their lifestyle. They leave their dogs and pets at home. They travel, they leave them at home. These dogs and cats are hungry, they're starving. That's why we end up with a lot of stray ones. Don't you think that that is some form of animal cruelty going on there we're not talking about?
I mean, yeah, if you don't take care of them, then yeah, I mean, anything you do if you don't take care, if you run an orphanage and you don't take care of the kids, it's still bad. So
Still
as
bad,
long as
yeah.
you take good care, like you're supposed to, it's a responsibility. So
I see.
just take the responsibility properly.
Wow, that's a very
Yeah.
sound one.
Yeah.
That's very sound. What about you?
I think maybe you can suggest them to give it to like some people who
Yeah, adopt those animals.
Yeah, adopt the animal like to someone who really got time to take care
To
of
take
them.
care of them, than just keep them and just leave them
Yeah.
to perish like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I see. Thank you very much.
No,
Not at all.
not at all.
Really?
Not at all.
You think they probably are not better off in the wild on their own and doing their thing and living their life and fending for themselves?
I mean, there are pets need some help, but humans come to help them to raise them. It depends on the situation they are in.
I see.
Yeah.
But you see, these days, a lot of people, they don't tend to really attend to their animals or pets because they are busy, with work and all this
yeah.
kind of stuff. Don't you think that putting them in a cage all day, not treating them nicely, is
Yeah,
a form of animal
It's,
cruelty?
it is an abuse. It depends on the owner of the animal itself.
I see. So, what is the best gesture you have ever rendered to a stray animal or pet?
From an animal,
Yes.
I used to take my sister to a grocery store, and then one small kitten crawled to me. He came to me and just climbed on my shirts, and I couldn't leave it alone.
Wow.
I just told my mother I'm gonna take care of him for a bit, and then give it to another person.
I see.
So my mother didn't want the cat, so I tried to find a person. I found someone and gave it to him.
Wow, that's very interesting. That's a very kind gesture coming from you.
No, I guess it's okay.
It's supposed to be okay.
It's
when
really
people put the animals in their pets or animals in cage, in pens, lock them up.
Oh, no. In this case,
What about people who keep the animals when they have somewhat busy schedules, they travel, leave them? You think that's okay?
So there are some animals who are really about to exist, about to not exist
Okay.
anymore. So
Extinct.
we need to keep these kind of
Preserve
animals to protect them
I see.
from getting not
Endangered.
there anymore. Yeah.
I see.
But some of them, for example, I'm against keeping the lions, tigers, these kind of predator animals in the cages, because these kind of animals, they have been born to be in the nature.
I see.
We don't have to keep them on cages. So yeah.
Only these animals. People keep giraffes and hippopotamus these days.
I have no idea about the giraffes. If
What about hippopotamus?
people what?
Hippopotamus, the big sea animal.
I'm against that.
You're against that too?
I'm really against that.
I
But
see.
my idea is about the predators animals.
I see.
We don't have to keep them on the
I see.
cages.
They should
But
let all the wild,
Yeah,
lion,
keep them
tigers,
on-
they should be
yeah.
in the wild, not
Yeah.
in homes and cages.
The first reason about this is to keep the life as it is, because if
Yes.
you keep this the system of the environment will be-
Ecosystem.
it's really causing a lot of problems
Yes.
in the environment.
Yes, you don't agree with animals. We having a policy where all animals should be in the wild and do their thing while we just stay animal free and maybe.
Maybe
What do you think?
some of these kind of habits, the scientists do this and take a video, and this kind it's just for the scientists.
I see, I see.
If in this only for this purpose, I'm okay with that.
I see.
But for other than this purpose, like hunting them, or I'm against that.
Thank you very much for your time.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah. Maybe the animals in the wild might be harmed or anything.
Might be harmed by
Yeah.
who?
There are people that harm like animals. Like this week, people chased off a cat and it's injured now in a hospital.
Wow, I see.
Yeah.
But what happens to people who keep animals and go around to their work, travel overseas, go do their business, and the animals are in the cage and locked
No,
up? You
yeah,
think
no,
that is not a terrible thing?
It's not. I don't think it's okay to do. Like you need to take care of them.
Yeah, that's how we ended up with all the stray animals in the first place.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
So because some
They
people
get
are,
bored and they just leave them on the street.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's not a terrible thing for you.
That's like not good. Like it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing
I see.
based on the person.
Based on the person.
Yeah.
So as
If
long
the
as
person could take care of that animal, then yeah, it's good. But if he can't and take the responsibility, then he shouldn't have done it.
shouldn't have kept that animal.
Yeah, kept it as a pet.
I see. That's very interesting.
We love OK TV.